A very warm good evening to all of you. Welcome to the 167th session of the Center's webinar series for teachers. I hope all of you are keeping safe and staying healthy. The topic for today's webinar is feedback versus feed forward. Are you a window gazer or a window holder? And the facilitator for this session is Dr. Basundara. A very warm welcome to you, ma'am. Dr. Basundara is associated with the field of education for around 20 years. She has pursued MSc in chemistry and PhD in education. She is a science teacher from St. Anne's Convent School, Chandigarh, an ex-student of Vishwabharati Shantiniketan. She learned science through interacting with the environment. As a science teacher, apart from regular science curriculum, she has been guiding the students for various science projects. Her students have displayed their projects in national level science exhibitions like Science Congress and Inspire, etc. Uh, she is also involved in eco club activities in her school and believed in spreading awareness towards sustainable living and developing green skills among today's generation. A very warm welcome to you, ma'am. Before I hand over the session to our facilitator, Dr. Basundara, I would like to inform all the teachers that they will receive participation certificates for the session. So please do fill out the feedback form that will be shared with you towards the end of the session. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, Harsha ma'am. Good evening, Dr. Vasundhara. Today, the topic is sustainable, eco-friendly schools for sustainable development. So, I just thought that, first of all, greetings to all of you for being part of this session. And we are going to have a discussion why eco-friendly schools and what is sustainable development. This is the main thing that we will be discussing about. Before that, I think we can have a small kind of a prayer. I have chosen one song where we are going to just listen to it, and you can see how the I have added up some screen, scenery here. So let's just listen to it and ponder what I have in mind.
सूर्यः उदयं गच्छति चन्द्रः अस्तं गच्छति सूर्यः उदयं गच्छति चन्द्रः अस्तं गच्छति परितो भवति प्रकाशः मन्दं चलति सवीरः मधुको भवति सधीरः सूर्यः उदयं गच्छति चन्द्रः अस्तं गच्छति.
So I think you like the scenes. They are so beautiful. And but is the world so beautiful really now? When we look around, does it look so nice and enjoyable? This is how it looks like nowadays. Human interference has made the world very different than what it was earlier. So everywhere, if you just look around, maybe even from your window outside, you'll see that human interference is there. And this is our greed, maybe, because in the beginning people were part of the nature, but we have started thinking that we are better than the nature, and we have made the jungle of ourselves, which is artificial and not look good looking and pleasant. So these development, these our advancement in science, technology, human civilization, everything which is causing change in the earth. Human activities are estimated to have caused approximately 1 degree Celsius of global warming above pre-industrial level. Now, when I say pre-industrial level, before the industrial revolution and after industrial revolution, the change is there. And if this way it goes on, then the global warming is likely to reach 1.5 degrees Celsius between 2030 to 2052. And we have already started getting various indicators that it is not healthy for the environment, it is not healthy for the world actually. So if you look at this curve, you'll see there's a steady growth, but then suddenly now it is moving towards an exponential characteristics. And climate change is now topic every day. We are talking about climate change. This little cartoon I found here, the polar bears are sitting on a small piece of ice, and they are saying that, no one is scared, let us now tweet to the world, because the poles are melting. So many other animals and species as birds in the ocean, every part of the world, it is being affected. The nature is affected, human being is also affected. We saw last 2 years pandemic, how it is happening. So it is not that the world and human civilization have not noticed it, but the thing is, what to do and where to start. So this is one report which we see from 1987, Our Common Future. This is for United Nations, which talks about the concept of sustainable development first. So what is sustainable development? This development that meets the need of the present without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their own needs. This is sustainable development. So, for example, if I just try to explain it in short, when the consumption of natural sources is more than nature's ability to replenish, it is not sustainable. Equal to nature's ability to replenish, this is a steady state of economy. So we need to understand in every aspect of life, not only in environment but economy, society, everywhere, this word sustainability is becoming a golden word. Um Social balance, environmental balance, and economic balance all together, when it is in proper equal amount, then it will be sustainable development. This concept we found even in United Nations General Assembly, which the report which came, the Sustainable Development Goals, and there were a set of 17 interlinked goals which was given by the SDGs. They are called SDGs, and this is the symbol. I'm going to discuss about it in detail also. So these goals in every aspect of human civilization, so that we can maintain the environment, and this is to be achieved by 2030. So what are the goals? We have a list of various goals, which starts from no poverty, no hunger, good health, quality education, gender equality, etc. But if you look at the last line, climate action, life below water, life on land, peace and justice, these are mostly related to environment, which are concern for us as science teachers and eco club in charges. So education for sustainable development, and various other terms were coined during these times. So UNESCO's education sector responds to the urgent and dramatic challenge that planet faces. I remember once in my class we were talking about environment and all. So we were having this slogan, save the world, save the world. So one small child asked me a question which made me ponder. He asked, ma'am, everything is fine, everyone says save the world, but who is going to save the world? So this is the time really we need to start thinking that it's everyone's responsibility to save the world. And actually when we say save the world, we are saving ourselves, because world will be there. It is the human civilization which is being threatened, its existence is being threatened. So in newspaper also we are seeing now that climate change is something we need to start to understand and realize right from the basics, right from the beginning. These words, green classroom, climate action, climate education, green skills, etc., green jobs, green economy, have become part of our daily life. So what is green job? We teachers, when we are teaching children, we are teaching them for today, but actually we have to teach them for future, because school children who are studying with us now, they are going to the workplace maybe around 10 years or 7 8 years after now. So they need to have the skills for 10 years in future. Jobs which jobs in which waste creation and pollution is minimized, environmental footprint is lower than the average, these are called uh, green jobs. So let us just see this small one advertisement. I found it very interesting, because they are basically selling paper, but just see how they are trying to put the eco-friendly feeling inside in the story, and it is a lesson for everyone to understand. And choosing, when you're choosing anything, how you can be eco-friendly, how you can have a sustainable way of living, that is there. So just relax and enjoy this small thing.
Paper, a versatile material with many uses. Paper is being consumed at more than 400 million tons per year, or over 14,000 kilograms per second.
Daddy, get me some paper.
The choice this person makes will define our planet's future. He can choose this. Or he can choose Trident copier. How does that help? Traditional paper manufacturing involves harvesting of woods, and it causes pollution of air, water, and land. But when you embrace Trident copiers, you choose the world's first mill-to-use ECF bleaching and oxygen delignification on wheat straw. With a production capacity of 175,000 TPA, you choose the world's largest manufacturer of wheat straw-based paper. At Trident, we convert waste into wealth and conserve forest resources up to 20 million trees per year. Then you ask, why do we do this? Because it's in our DNA. Because we are driven by ethics and we are determined to restore and replenish the ecosystem. Because we are the Trident Group. We are $1 billion Indian business conglomerate and a global player. from being a solitary yarn and paper manufacturer in 1990. The company has become one of the largest state-of-the-art integrated home textile manufacturers in the world. We nurture people and we are committed to achieving zero breakdowns, zero accidents, and zero defects by eliminating all types of losses. Through CSR, we support education, women empowerment, healthcare, improving livelihoods, de-addiction, and of course, reducing our carbon footprint. When you choose Trident paper, your ecological footprints are reduced, while you enjoy a smooth copying experience. Our clients take pride in helping the community to sustain the green environment for the greater good. The choice we make today will define her future. What will you choose today?
So I am not sponsored by anyone, but I just wanted to give an example that in any small thing, how even the companies, I saw the advertisement of Apple and other companies also, and I saw that they are being so creative and adding this eco-friendliness in their advertisement also, because it has become so important today that we take care of the sustainability in every aspect of our life. So, are we taking care in schools? Water conservation, sustainable forestry, biofuels, geothermal energy, environmental remediation, sustainability, energy auditors, recycling, electric vehicles, solar power, wind energy. These all have become the golden terms nowadays. So, how much are our schools, in our schools, from right from the beginning we are including these things? Because when the children who will grow up, they will be needing, their character has to be shaped in this way, that they understand and they choose automatically eco-friendly choices. So let us talk about the eco-friendly schools. What are the characteristics which will make my school eco-friendly? Can I say that my school is eco-friendly? Are we bothered about climate change? The first thing is infrastructure. In most of the schools now, we are always bothered about, rainwater harvesting, solar energy, segregating wastes, vegetable gardens. So that is the infrastructure part. The school as a management, maybe they are providing us these things, and if they are not being able to provide, then we should insist as teachers that we should have these things. What about the eco-friendly habits we as teachers have, and are we incorporating these in our children? Reducing wastage of water. Every child has a water bottle. They're bringing the water bottle to school. Are they filling it up in the school, or are they, when they are going to fill it up the water, are they throwing half the water which was there earlier? Stoppage of wastage of electricity. In the classrooms, we need to have a energy monitor. Every time children are going out of the class, they should be switching off the lights and fans, and they should be proud and know why they're doing it. The single use plastic is banned in my city. I am sure in most of the other places also people are conscious, but children, they also should react when they see single use plastic being used, because people who are using it, they are doing it because of their economic benefits, but as children they can say no, and they can even teach their parents that don't use this plastic, these are single use plastic. Use eco-friendly transport. In big cities, small cities, everywhere, if we can do pulling in, carpooling, and using public transports like buses and all, there should be a choice. It should not be a matter of ego that I have a car, I'll go by anywhere. If you're going to school or you're going somewhere else, it should be the first choice that check if there is a public transport, use that transport. So children need to think, children need to have this choice in their mind every time. Segregation of waste, we are going to again talk about it in detail. It is also very very important. Government has their rules, government has their regulations, but as children from the classroom, each classroom need to have a dry waste bin and a wet bin where they are segregating their waste. The dry bin is for putting the papers and plastics, and the wet bin is for putting food particles and other things which is there. Simple things like aluminum foils. Children, they are coming to school wrapped up, they wrap up their food in a aluminum foil and then they throw it. So every day one small piece of aluminum foil. Each household may think that this is affordable, this is just nothing. But if as teachers we encourage them that buy a small tiffin box and put your food in the tiffin box, steel tiffin box, don't use plastic tiffin box, it is going to become a big change in the whole environment. These points, they may look very childish, they may not look as huge, but in the school, in each class, if the children are following these 5 tips, the world will be different 5 years from now. And each teacher also, we should first take care that we are also following this. So I have just put these same as a class rule. We can just put the poster like nominating the energy monitor for classroom, who will click if the check every time if the light, fan, etc switched off before leaving the class. Ban single use plastics. Make it compulsory to bring adequate water bottles. Reduce and reuse waste papers. Children are very creative. They like to try out their, anything they write. So they should be very careful when they are using papers, and reuse the paper whenever it is possible in different ways. Some of the tips I can give you, that will come under afterwards in my presentation. Segregation of waste at source, at home as well as in the school. Adapt plants in the classroom, that is having a green corner to purify the air. There are indoor plants. Most of us love to keep a small plant at home. We can do that same in the classrooms also, and children will learn automatically to take care of this. All these things should be done in each and every class, in each and every uh, section, in each and every school. Then only children will be able to realize the importance that this is not just for show off, or this is just not for proving something to others. It is our own earth, we need to take care. Ban aluminium foil and paper tissues. Cloth napkin should be made compulsory for and of course everyone, we know the follow the hours of sustainability. We all say 3 hour, 4 hour, 5 hour, 7 hour, everyone start discussing about hours. But basically all the hours are important and we should follow them. Even in if you see the CBSE syllabus now, recently we have the National Education Policy 2022. There also at each there is the eco friendliness coming into picture. The skills which we are talking about, their green skill is coming. This is the syllabus for curriculum of class 10th skill subjects. There is green skill which is incorporated in it. So, what is green skill? The knowledge, ability, value, and attitude needed to live in, develop, and support a sustainable and resource efficient society. Green skills will be needed by all sectors and at all levels in the workplace. Children, when they are learning it, they will be better skilled for the future jobs. So let us talk about the R's of sustainability. First is rethink. Thinking, changing the attitude as a teacher and as a student, automatically children will learn from us. When the teachers are eco-friendly in the school. The school is eco-friendly because children, they take us as role models. Reduce. Now, out of all these hours, there could be many more hours, but I need to know which is the most important as far as you people think. You can put your reaction in the comment box. Harsha ma'am, you can just see and tell me.
Yes, ma'am, definitely. Can you please repeat the question, ma'am?
Yes, my question is, out of so many hours, which should be, if I have to choose one hour which is most important, which hour is most important?
Ma'am, teachers are telling recycle, reduce, refuse,
So
recycle,
basically, yeah.
reduce.
So
So, yes.
so I need to know which is the most important and why is it most important. If they can write it one line, why they think a particular one is most important and which one it is.
One of the teacher has written rethink attitude change is most important.
Very correct, right? As per I understand, I think rethink is, of course, because rethink is something which is a first step. And what about reduce? Reduce is also very very important. All the other R's, they can come afterwards. Rethink and reduce, these are the two which are very very important, because once you rethink and refuse the luxury, refuse the vulgar extra expenditure that is happening, the wrong choices that we are making because of the consumerism, then it will be reduced actually. So why reduce is important, let me explain. We are actually using much more than we need. Anything, how much I need, if that is the way I choose, my choice will be much less than what we are choosing. For example, just give a simple example. In science class, junior classes, middle classes, we have one that higher order thinking question, that why do shopkeepers keep plastic jars and keep sweets in the counter? So the answer is that the shopkeeper wants the children, or the customer, to buy more sweets. See, when you are taking your child to the school, to the station shop, there are so many things you need to buy. Something, maybe you need a notebook, or maybe you need to buy a map. But when you go there, you end up buying two new kind of pen, one eraser extra, and the moment you come home, it is just lost anywhere. So this is reducing. If I can say no, when I think, why do I need it, and I refuse the no, I don't need, I already have two pens which are enough. This concept, if we can as teachers explain to the children, that reduce the luxury, have a simple life, because we are also part of this nature. We don't have to show that we are the god and nature is our slave. And of course, reuse, recycle, repair, react. And react is also a very very um, big word, I'll say, because if we can teach others, children and teachers have the power to bring around a change in the whole society. If we react, that is where the power is being used. Simple, some example of reusing: this is a plastic bottle, and this is how it can be reused. I was just telling earlier that we can have a green corner in our classroom. So the bottle can be cut into this way, and the upper part has some holes. Invert it inside, put a wig so that water comes in without just like siphon, it can come out. Plant something here, and put a thread and hang it on the windows of your window. This will be giving the children an idea that greenery is important. It is a recycling, or not recycling, sorry, it's a reusing. And also it will give a beautification of your classroom. You can have competition whose window is green window, and whose window is a better window. Children will learn to take care. Nowadays children are so luxurious at home, they don't have to do anything. So in the school they will have to change the water once in a while, and because this thread is there, it is science also here. The water is going to be coming up and the plant will be in a moist proper way. If you put sand and put a plant like these succulents, they will be there fresh for one whole year, and you can have a competition of these whose window is better in the class, which classroom is having better windows. Reducing, one of the waste way to reduce plastic waste is to use water bottles. Anywhere you go, anywhere the children go, even with the families, please use your water bottles. Change the plastic water bottles and buy something which is reusable. That means either glass can have a cover which is made up of cloth so that it doesn't break very easily, and otherwise a iron or steel flask can be used by children. So these fancy small bottles which are used every day and thrown out, that should be stopped at all, and it should be stopped like from tomorrow, never ever. Like reusing, another interesting thing which I found, I have seen these in real, and I had told my children, everyone will bring one stick, newspaper which is used at home. After reading the newspaper, roll it up, make a stick like this. So if you have 40 children, in one day you'll have 40 sticks like this, and very soon you can make a chair or a table which can be used as a decoration, or it can be used at home also. They will learn. I've seen this in Alien Francis. There's a they had kept it in display and you can sit on it also. So this is just simple one picture which I have used, showing one example. Otherwise, unused sheets from old notebooks should be made into rough notebooks. Both the sides of the notebook should be used, and reusing in the, even in the school office, reusing the papers which has been used as question paper or extra paper, these should be done. This is was some a simple one thing I found, how to make a t-shirt tote bag which can be used by children to carry their extracurricular things or their tiffin boxes. Just see, it can be made. I made it 15 minutes it took to make this bag. So this bag can be used by a child even of it can be made by a child even of class 5 6, and it can be used. I have done this in class, and children just love it. When they are going down for the recess, they carry their tiffin and water bottle in these bags, and it is so nice. And children learn to be feel they feel proud that they are making something which is useful, and they enjoy it. So some more example. Okay, now till now we were talking about, first we talked about rethink, refuse, reduce, then we talked about reuse. Now recycling is something generally a small child we will not expect to do. This is something which will be done in the school, and overall the management has to have a place where we can sort out the things, waste which has been gathered, then it has to be put into waste baskets or something, and then they have to be sent for recycling to the factories and all. And most of the schools, they're doing it. Papers can be still utilized by making paper mache, and remake paper can be used as craft. But other things which are there, they are generally sold off, and municipalities, local municipalities, they have ways to recycle them in every city. And as teachers and as eco club in charges, we can find out what is happening, and we can in most of the places I know that teachers and schools are actually taking care, and they're recycling things. So recycling is something which is more centralized plus thing. And another thing which is very very important is react. In every action, in every opportunity that children get, they should react, and they should spread the words that the world is changing. It is in their hands to change and see the future, which is green and better for them. Children who are of today's children, they are actually suffering because of the earlier generations, that is they have not taken care earlier. So now reaction is being given. You have seen this, I think. Please guess who is she.
This is all wrong. I shouldn't be up here. I should be back in school on the other side of the ocean. Yet you all come to us young people for hope. How dare you? You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words, and yet I'm one of the lucky ones. People are suffering. People are dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you? For more than 30 years, the science has been crystal clear. How dare you continue to look away and come here saying that you're doing enough when the politics and solutions needed are still nowhere in sight? You say you hear us and that you understand the urgency. But no matter how sad and angry I am, I do not want to believe that. Because if you really understood the situation and still kept on failing to act, then you would be evil, and that I refuse to believe. The popular idea of cutting our emissions in half in 10 years only gives us a 50% chance of staying below 1.5 degrees and the risk of setting off irreversible chain reactions beyond human control. 50% may be acceptable to you, but those numbers do not include tipping points, most feedback loops, additional warming hidden by toxic air pollution, or the aspects of equity and climate justice. They also rely on my generation, sucking hundreds of billions of tons of your CO2 out of the air with technologies that barely exist. So a 50% risk is simply not acceptable to us, we who have to live with the consequences. To have a 67% chance.
So, this is Greta Thunberg. At the very early her school days, she realized about the problems that is there, and she is involved, reacting. She had represented herself in the United Nations Assembly, and still she is working. Uh, the very famous her activity, it is called Fridays for Future, where on every Friday she used to not go to school and she used to protest against the climate problems. And children need to be told about these small ones, and they should be aware that even as a small child they have the power to change the world. This is environment as well as confidence leadership. Through environment they will learn to improve their confidence also. So making your voice heard, sharing your own actions, and of course nowadays everyone is smart and using social media. Social media is a very powerful platform where we can connect with each other and speak about the changes that is required, and connect in the school also. So being eco-friendly means focusing on not creating harm to environment, to prevent any harm from occurring to the environment through our interactions with it. It is about changing the purpose of how we live. And I'm sure Diwali festival is coming here now. All schools are ready with say no to crackers, and green Diwali, or rallies are being made, posters are being, so this is a very nice time that those who are not doing anything, they can start. Eco clubs should actually be very prompt and start the action, so that the children will not feel like making the place polluted more by bursting crackers. And our schools will be considered as eco-friendly, because of a school which thinks green, a school which reacts green, and a school which acts green is eco-friendly school, as I understand. Thank you. And there's a small another song. I'm very fond of songs. These songs should be more heard by everyone.
I am the river flowing, I am the desert dry, I am the four winds blowing, I am the sunset sky, I am the forest breathing, I am the ocean wide, I am the storm clouds gathering, I am the mountain high. I am the earth, I am the earth, I am the earth,
Harsha ma'am,
I am the earth.
Yes, ma'am.
We are the children growing, you are the place we live. We are the seed you're sowing, we are the life you give. We are the future rising, we will be your voice. We will watch and learn from you, we will make the choice. I am the earth, wearing our high, wearing your high, together we stand. This moment in time we share. I am the river flowing, children. I am the desert dry place we live. I am the four winds blowing, the seagulls. I am the sunset sky. I am the forest breathing. We will be your voice. I am the swamplands gathering. We will make the choice. I am the eye, I am the eye, wearing your I am the eye. Together we stand, I am the eye. This moment in time we shine the future. Stand side by side, one and one people will turn the tide. And in the future, come sacred pride, one and one people, we turn the tide. Side by side, side by side.
Okay,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
we have a couple of questions from our teachers. Can I go ahead read out the questions, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
Yeah. Navinder Jeet is asking, the teacher is asking, can you suggest some ways in which schools can recycle things?
Yeah. So, first of all, when you talk about schools recycling, one big thing is the school garden green, dry things, which is, of course, there should be manure. We can make manure out of it. We are having vermicomposting, which can be done by children, right? Paper, again, I told that paper can be recycled by children. And I'll speak about it in detail. For example, vermicomposting, he must have heard. So you have to make a chamber where you keep the earthworms, red earthworms, and they eat up the green things, all the garden waste which is there. Now, if you just think schools, what are the wastes which are generated? One is the garden. That's a huge amount of waste which is recyclable inside the school, and which is going to reduce your money for buying fertilizers and all. Okay. Now, other things, that is papers, waste papers and all. Waste papers, even if you are having waste papers, children can make them packets out of it. It can be kept as a project, it can be kept as a competition, that how many packets you are being able to make, and then distribute it. You can sell it to the shopkeepers, because shopkeepers are nowadays not ready to use papers. They have got the flavor of using plastics. And what else is there from the school? Other things which are there, electronic gadgets and all, of course that needs more special way of recycling. But these things can be very easily done by schools.
Thank you
Yes,
for the
ma'am.
reply, ma'am. There is
Mm-hmm.
one more question. Like most of the teachers, they're asking for that hashtag eco-friendly paper video. Was there, no, ma'am? The Trident one. So they
Yeah, yeah,
want,
yeah.
yeah. They want to know where is it available on online. They want the link so that they can teach it. They can show it to their students, respective in
Yeah,
their
yeah, yeah.
schools.
Actually, I just searched in the YouTube. I got it from YouTube. I'll just, one second. I think I'll try to. I think once they try to search Trident paper eco-friendly, they will get it. But I'll try to give that link also.
Sure, ma'am.
Yeah, because I have seen so many other, my this material which I had could be going for 2 hours, and I had many other musics. For example, Michael Jackson's songs are there, which should be actually shown to children. They will see this, again, conservation of nature. Then this advertisements, apples also I have seen. It was nice, so I had to select. One second. Mm, Anything else meanwhile? Any other question? I am just trying to get this.
Sure, ma'am. Ashu ma'am is asking, how can we have a composite pit for homes?
For
Composite pit for homes, houses,
bones?
homes, ma'am. Houses,
Homes.
residences. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. I'll answer that. What is the name of the ma'am?
Ashu ma'am.
Ashu ma'am.
Yeah.
Actually, Ashu ma'am, there are these, it is available. For example, you have three or two small pots, earthen pots, and the one above the other you will keep. The one which is kept at the up, you remove the lower part of it and put a net, and you keep putting your house wastes like the peels of this what do you call fruits and vegetables and all, and they should have a lid, so this thing can be kept at home. The links I'll try. It is just a simple process which can be done at home also. Composting, using making manure is not actually a rocket science, very easy. Every day you keeping them in a place, and put it should be moist, so around 3 months the whole thing will be decomposing. So keep it in the outside in your kitchen garden or somewhere one, and otherwise dig a pot, dig a hole and keep there. It will become your own manure will be there. You don't need to put anything else actually. Just take care that you're not putting non-veg oil etc, which takes more time. So otherwise if you're putting your peels and all, it is not going to become so, it is not so difficult. I don't actually understand if there is any specific problem she is having, because manure, making the manure at home, it is a very common thing nowadays we are doing.
Thank you for that reply, ma'am. Ma'am, Shalini ma'am is asking, share the slide with all the green terms like green job and so on. Please, can you please share that slide, ma'am?
Okay, okay, yes, sure. The definition of the green job, I think.
Green terms and green job. That slide was there, no, ma'am? Yeah,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, just
yeah,
hold on.
yeah.
I can just share all actually. Yeah, just 1 second. Yeah, green skills. The
Green, yeah, green job. They are telling, ma'am.
Okay, okay, I'll share that also. The jobs actually which takes care of the environment friendly. Actually, the terms change, but the basics are same. I think maybe she wants this green job in which waste
Yes,
creation.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
This one. Mhm.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Uh, I think we need to wait for the teachers to type in the questions, ma'am.
Mhm.
Just 1 minute. We'll wait for a minute or two. Ma'am, that Trident one, if you can tell them repeat that hashtag, ma'am, that would be
I am
great.
just
Yeah,
finding out the. I'm on YouTube actually. I'll find it out. Trident
fine, ma'am, fine.
paper.
Ma'am, she's asking, Shalini ma'am is asking before this green job slide, you have another slide, no? She wants to see that.
This one? Okay. I think this one. Is this one? Green classroom?
Yeah, maybe, ma'am. I need to wait for a minute or so, ma'am, for her to
Okay,
answer.
no problem, no problem. Yeah, I got this. Ma'am, how can I send you this? copy this link and
Yeah,
should I?
yeah. Just share it with me on private chat, ma'am. I'll put it on the comment section. Yeah.
I'll do that. I've sent it. It is just simply eco-friendly paper, Trident Group. That is the name of the advertisement. So if anyone search, I just searched it again. The one which I have taken
Yeah.
earlier, not that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Shalini ma'am is
going to.
asking this slide only, ma'am.
Okay,
She wants.
okay.
Yeah, she wanted. Yeah.
So this was a newspaper, which was a local newspaper actually, which I uh, saw that climate change in the classroom. This article had come, and this was the same thing which gave me actually the idea that I should have a session talking about these things and connecting it to sustainable development, because we need to really focus on these things right from the childhood actually. From, I think, nursery, every class should have some words, some because when I have seen that people normally, those who are not eco teachers, who are not dealing with environment club and all, they just only know the 3 R's, that's it. So maybe we should be more conscious as teachers, as adults. If we become more conscious, then I'm sure the children will pick up all the good habits from the teachers.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for that reply. Think we can wait for a minute or a couple of like 2 minutes, ma'am, for the questions. The teachers are appreciating the session, ma'am. It was wonderful. They are telling, ma'am. It was very interesting, informative, and few teachers are telling they have learned something. They have
I
learned
hope
from the yeah.
I hope people enjoyed, and I'm so thankful that I think most of them, they are having today. Karwa Chauth is there. People are busy also, but and also thank you. I thank Centra also for giving me the opportunity. And anytime anyone is interested, I am always available. If we have to talk about eco friendliness and how to help the children, how to teach them, because I take it really, as you introduced me, that I take it from my heart, that and my name is Vasundhara, so maybe, I don't know, because of that, I really think that this is something which is very very important for children. And so the schools, we should take it
Ma'am,
as a, yeah.
yes, ma'am. There is one more question from Mr. Daniel. Can you emphasize the R for repair?
Okay, so that is very good question actually. When I had a very nice video for this also, but I had to remove it. So basically, when even small children, adults also, small thing, anything breaks, little bit is broken, we don't like to use it. We throw it. Right, your watch or your mobile. How often you are changing? Anything at home, we don't like to repair. So repairing is actually a way of being eco-friendly, instead of throwing and buying a new one. Anything, starting from your dress to your cycle to anything, because the more you consume, more you need to buy, the more waste is being made. So we actually should be taking care that we are consuming. The whole problem of uh, waste generation is because of having a in what do you call, to be able to have a comfort in our life, that we don't like to have anything, any uncomfortability. So if you can repair your things, any small thing, which is better than buying a new one. Okay, any example, small thing, a book or chappal, anything should be repaired rather than just. First we should, another thing very important I forgot to mention, whenever you're going to buy anything, first think, do you need it? So the rethink is there also. Do I need it, or my life will go on without it? That is very very important, because consumerism has made us we feel so proud when we buy a new thing and the next day it is lying on the corner of our house without being used. So that is my message to everyone. Diwali is coming, so think how you can reuse and recycle the things. Gift the plants and things which will be actually usable. Gift wrapping should be done with newspaper. I told you I can speak for 2 hours on this. So anyway, anything else?
Ma'am, that's it, I think. Thank you, Dr. Basundara, ma'am, for a very engaging and informative session for our community of teachers. I'm sure that our teachers have got a lot of takeaways from this session. Thank you so much, all the participants, for engaging with us today. To register for more such upcoming webinars, please visit my center. Thank you once again.